Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Mark's Random Videos. For those of you who have watched the channel before, you may not recognize this room. This is the studio that I've been building. Currently, we're actually filming this off of my work laptop with a GoPro Hero 4 through Zoom, so the quality is not quite yet what I'm expecting to do here in the studio, but yeah, it's a nice little setup and quite different to the other room, my workshop, which is next door in the garage. Now, reason for today's video, and I'm not going to be doing any editing, this is all completely off the cuff, so excuse me if I stumble here and there, but the reason for today's video is to talk a little bit more about quadcopters, fixed wings, and first-person view or FPV flying. Now, this is my iFlight Chimera4. I've just recently rebuilt this with a new stack and a 4K camera and all that stuff. And really, this is my first proper quadcopter. Up until now, I've been flying things like fixed wings. So this is the Zod Dart 250G, if any of you are into your fixed wings. And the first video you may have seen from me was around the parrot disco transplant into Dart XL, which unfortunately failed. So what I've found with RC and FPV generally is that it is a very steep learning curve, right? It's not a straightforward hobby to get into. It can be an expensive hobby to get into, especially if you're buying stuff like Radiomaster TX16S controllers and TBS crossfire modules and all these sorts of bits and bobs that really go with the hobby. I'm the sort of person that tends to go and buy all the gear when I've got no idea. That would definitely be a classic of mine. So, you know, I've got into quadcopters, I've failed a lot with fixed wings, I've got 3 fixed wings, 4 fixed wings now, if you include the original parrot disco that I started to learn on about a year ago. And now, as I said, I'm getting into the quadcopters. I've had 2 Beta 85s, which both died within 1 day, so they got sent back. The Beta 85 is a small whoop style quad, and I decided to get into the smaller quads after I'd been flying this one and finding it extremely difficult, especially when you have to do all the setup and everything. But I'm getting more and more used to Betafly, all the tips and tricks that are required. This is now running all the latest version of Betafly, and hopefully this will be a really good long-range quad. But the problem is I'm not a good quad flyer. I don't have the confidence to take it long range. I mean, the furthest I've taken this is to the bottom of my garden. I've already lost it once when it turned up a mile away from home. So it's been a challenging and steep learning curve. But anyway, the point of the video today is this little baby. And I apologize if I'm looking down here sometimes because this is where I can see myself on the camera rather than staring at the lens. So this is the Snaptain SP350. This is a tiny little drone, a tiny little quadcopter, as you can see. Probably it's only 60 mil, something like that, 50 mil. So a tiny little quad here, and it's designed really for beginners. This is $29.99 or $39.99 from Amazon. And really I got this to see what sort of quality these very basic entry-level quadcopters have got up to. And I must say I'm hugely impressed. I mean, having explained to you how difficult the learning curve is to fly a proper quadcopter like the one down here, or even flying fixed wings, can be extremely complicated. I now realize that what I should have done was get something like this, first of all, before I started to get into things like the whoops. Think about stuff like FPV, and FPV is when you put goggles on and you fly the device, the plane, the quadcopter, as if you're inside it, and that is really the next level for me and where I'm trying to get to now. But this is a great little training device. It's brilliant to kind of play with the kids, and I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration, hopefully, if it pairs up, which it might do it now. Yep, so it's all paired up. So a quick demonstration of the Snaptain SP350. So to start off with, you hit this button in the middle and it takes off automatically. So I've put a little bit of left steering in there just to try and keep it in position, forwards, backwards, forwards, sideways, but obviously yaw, as you would expect. It seems to have some sort of altitude hold function. Because basically when you fly upwards, normally the quad wouldn't sit quite as stable as that. So it's got a fixed idle throttle on it, which makes it really easy to fly, really easy to go up and down. And as you can see, it's very manageable in terms of flying it. Normally flying these things, they're so sensitive. And you know, this even has 3 speed settings. So, you know, that's the speed setting. I'm trying to avoid hitting myself in the head with it. It's pretty quick. It's not slow. It will get around. So I'm having good fun with this. It's got a couple of other cool features built in. So if I press this button on the top right, we get a right hand flip after we hit the right hand stick, the roll stick. Let's do that again. We'll do a left hand. Or we can also do a forward flip and a back flip. So that's really cool. I mean, I can't do that yet on my own quadcopter down there. In fact, I've got it turned down and limited so much. Nothing like this is, but it's definitely limited quite far in comparison to what it's capable of. Now, this is even got head-free mode, because the problem is when you turn a quadcopter around, left and right are inverted. If I turn this around now, I'm pressing left and right as if the quad's in a mirror to myself. I now flip it into headless mode. If I put it forward, spin it around. No, it's not actually working. Still in head-free mode. But headless mode, I might need to read off on that, but it does seem to have some sort of headless mode as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, great little quad for practicing on. Oh, it has one more feature, and again, no editing, so I do apologize. Apparently, if I hold this, it will just do a circle. Now, it'll probably crash, so. Whoa. Yeah. You press and hold the stop button if it does that. So nice finish to the video there. Overall, as I say, very impressed with the Snaptain SP350. Will we go crazy and fly the big quad to give you a quick idea of just how crazy that is in comparison? I think we probably should, shouldn't we? Let's turn this off and turn on the big quad indoors where you shouldn't really be flying it. Give you a quick listen to that. So let's see what happens here. Chances are I'll chop my fingers or my face off. That'll at least be very amusing for YouTube. Not for me though. And yeah, looks like it's not working. I'm pretty sure I know why. Well, the front right motor doesn't seem to be working. I thought that I might have lost one of my solder joints, but no. Very strange. But as I say, it's a steep learning curve with these, and there can be a lot of problems. It's getting a bit awkward by the looks of it on takeoff. You can see how much concentration, and basically I'm giving the tiniest stick into in order to fly it. Over as well. Oh yeah, if you got hit by this, it would do you a lot of damage. I have already cut my finger with this. On a couple of the children. So I'm just going to put that down because this is probably a very bad practice, flying such a quad indoors, but thank you for listening. If you made it all the way through the video, I'll be absolutely amazed, but good job. Take care. Cheers, guys. Bye for now.